Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Borderlands 2. So, I've got 1 hour here to finish up whatever I'm going to do. And then it's going to be a month break for this series because we're moving into October, Halloween month. So, yeah, we're probably not going to do the slaughter round. I think that's a pretty good place to come back in a month and warm up by just running around the slaughterhouse and shooting people in that arena. Let's do the friendship gulag, and then near the end of this recording I will try to finish and turn in everything. So we've got to move relatively fast to the friendship gulag, which I guess there's not a car. Well, yes, there is a car thing here, so unless there's a car already deployed in a good place, I guess there is, but I have no idea where either one of these cars would be, so I'm just gonna take this and race out this direction. It's a little weird for me because this is a new day for me, and from the beginning I know I'm only going to spend an hour playing this game, and so I'm going to have to transition to another game. That's not something that typically happens. So I feel like Borderlands 1 in particular just had more quick travel places, and just generally speaking I feel like that there should be a fast travel ability to each zone loading area, because I don't feel like that really changes anything. Now I do recall there's probably some challenges. Hey, we have something we can increase right now. I want to increase reload speed. That would be very helpful on some of the guns that I have. So yeah, almost certainly there is something. We know what this area is though. If we hit this, we can kill a couple people, and if we hit that, we can kill a few people, maybe myself included. And we're trying to find the guy that the corrupt guy kidnapped, to find Mordecai's treasure. And here he is. And pry this open. Take this.
Right, Mobley? Of course. I'm your pal, Carson.
And see, this
now
is a
where's that chest?
different
buried under a grave.
hallway.
So when do we bust out of here? Carson's dead? No surprises there. I've heard of that Mobley guy. Small-time bandit. Dangerous. Watch yourself.
So we need to go find the stash, which, if we look at the map, I believe is again just out of this area. So there's no fast travel way out of here. And there's kind of no need for anything. Like, there's like a whole collection of things certainly chasing after me, but what does it matter? When I can just mad dash through here. Sure, doing a mission like this can end up having me under-leveled, but you know, Not really. The vast majority of all the leveling has everything to do with ending up not doing side quests. Like, the side quests are the level or where you get experience, not killing people. So to get to this area, I need to get over here because I can't do anything otherwise. And all the vehicles have disappeared because I loaded out of the area. I don't feel like that's an intentional turn of events. I think if the Friendship Gulag could have fit into the memory space of the dust, it would have. And it would have made a lot more sense to not have to reload. So we gotta go through alleys and trying to see how far I can get through alleys. That far. Then we're back to running. Of course, you won't get quests or challenges done if you play this way. Nor are you really playing the best way if you're really trying to have fun with the game. But by playing like this, running through all the experience and barely doing anything to kill anybody. And yeah, that gave me 410 XP, but if we look and see how much XP is actually needed, I need to go from 385,896 XP to 389,873. So when you're in the hundreds of thousands point with experience, let me just double check the map. Killing one group and spending 5 minutes to kill one group and barely getting half a thousand is not really an efficient amount of your time. You'd be better off speedrunning the whole game and using that as a system to see. I wanted to come over here and see if there was anything super interesting. I just picked up something. I don't know what it was. And so it's kind of just this mixture. Ooh, I think I just got a gold item. A mixture of spiders and a city. And yeah, I guess I get the idea there of having a section where they would have different types of enemies fight against each other. Theoretically, the Goliath should be over there killing spiders and other enemies. Meanwhile, we're looking for Mordecai's stash, which is somewhere around here. We just gotta dig it up now, which I got in the area, but I didn't actually see the stash. it's not just that. It's... Suppose if you're not killing things, you're not getting iridium. Here it is.
Finally! Waiting in that church for hours for someone to dig it up in case it was booby-trapped. Now hand it over. Staff bandits! Damn it, Vault Hunter! You led that Hyperion jackass here!
It's
You
both of
bandits,
them.
put down your guns and move back from the stash now! Better idea, jackass.
We're carrying very
We all
valuable stuff
draw
from
when
Papa
the
Hoda,
church
and I ain't getting robbed again.
And the caravan's talking
A
to me
trucks
for no
can
reason.
stand off? Fine.
Survive a Truxican standoff instead of a Mexican standoff.
Draw!
It's one of them down. And then we have the Hyperion guy, too. And see, just accomplishing that mission and killing those specific named characters was way more worth it. And then turn that in for 15,000 experience.
You make better use of them than I did.
And we've finally gotten something that really is really valuable to replace our artifact. And we'll look at it here in a second. And I'm kind of surprised I was able to pick up all those things. So let's see. Alright. Coming over here, we've got all these guns that I'll deal with in a second. We have a max health plus 25% versus increased experience gained by killing enemies. Compare that to a 5% increase in the chance of rare items. I'm going to equip that. That makes a lot of sense. The other artifact we had was melee damage. We can sell that. We have this purple class mod for the Psycho, so we can't use that. And so we'll get rid of that one, that one, that one. We have a skin that's new. We have this purple grenade mod. I think if we look here, we may find that like the only thing that's not purple. Well, no, this is still blue. So I need a purple artifact item, which I still don't have, and then I could equip the other purple grenade mod, and then I could get the achievement for that. I have like 3. I'm just gonna go ahead and drop some of these guns because I don't know if I'm going to be in a position to sell them anytime soon. I mean, I certainly, I guess, could have held on to the guns, but dropping them seems like as good of a solution as anything else. Because, you know, there's a chance, certainly. I'll hold on to them, actually. I'm too much of a hoarder, clearly. There's a chance that I'm going to run right to a fast travel station at Ellie's and sell all of these items. And we have one more item, which could be either increased movement speed, gun damage, or otherwise. Or I could increase my health restore by the slashing ability. And I guess I'll take this. It's still pushing this forward, so I think I need 1 or 2 more upgrades here before I could unlock this. The idea of moving and not increasing your gun damage alone is an interesting idea. This whole character class does really lock into that idea. So that's another quest done, and that leaves me with setting this as the last quest, as the next quest. These two are all around the main story. And then there's something in the fridge that I haven't discovered. Let's see, and I need 100 more Pandora boxes to be open, and then I'll have more badass points from that. I might need to actually look online and see what the fridge thing is. So this is the caravan, by the way, which the trick here is to jump on it and get on top of it, I think. Or because I don't think you can actually stop the caravan. I think it's just too well armored. Let's see. Alright. Come over here, sell items, pick this up. Let's make sure we're in a decent position with all of our guns and bullets. And I don't know if I'm keeping this one at this point. It definitely needs to go in the storage.
Feeling overburdened by money.
Reach $50,000 in spendings. Right. And so now we need to find Overlook. Not Overwatch, that's a completely different game. The Highlands Overlook. Fast travel here. See, I think we're doing pretty well, so we might spend the last bit of this recording just looking in the fridge, or we might even start the slaughter dome. And we'll be in a good position. It is definitely still questionable how far in the main story we are.
That's the Zafford family base of operations. Boy, oh boy, are they gonna be pissed when they see what we got in store for them. There's one real easy way to piss off a Zafford. Destroy their liquor. Just put those charges on the distillery and start running.
So it's not even inside the Holy Spirit's
Back up, cause
barn.
this is gonna be awesome.
So they had that whole bar. We were in it before. We didn't really have a reason to be in it.
Gotta play both sides against the middle and see who comes out on top. Should be fun.
What's going on out there? Piss on me eyes. Is that the Hodunk emblem I see? Them bastards broke the truce. You rednecks will regret messing with Mick Zafford.
He sounds pissed. I bet he's already got a plan to strike back against the Hodunks, and he'll need the help of somebody like you.
I'm calling all gun hands to help me stamp out the Hodunks. I pay in blood, booze, and bullets. Come to the Holy Spirit's bar.
So we're going to go work for them, and I guess we're gonna fast travel. So this totally feels like a mission designed to make you move backwards and forwards between the Highlands and the Dust, which is, the Dust definitely is an area that's been,
Are you gonna save us?
it's been an area that is been underused, certainly. Where am I supposed to go? Am I supposed to talk to this guy?
Ah, a new recruit! Welcome to the Zafford family. You didn't see the bastard who destroyed my distillery, did ya? Let me get you a drink.
Interesting.
Damn it! It's dry! Those hodunks destroyed my distillery. That's it. The
We
truth
just
is
figured
all.
it out.
You, Vault Hunter, let's talk.
Let's see. So one gun versus the other gun. I'm not going to use either one, so I'll take the more expensive ones.
You gonna help me get them hodunk bastards? Good. If there's anything they love more than getting to second base with their sisters, it's cars. I want you to get out there and ruin their race. Come into my basement. You picked the right family in this war, boyo. Ages back, one of the hodunks drowned a few Zaffer's boys in the creek bed. After an ex-hodunk killed me boy Lucky a few years
Is this
back,
supposed to
we
be
made
a
truce.
cookie or a
But after
cake
what happened
or
to our
what?
distillery, it sounds like the war's back on.
There's a lot of random people that are just in the way. And here we have Bagman. Like, they're all in the freaking way. Alright, people, come this way. Like, the AI walking. Hey, here's some gambling. So I'm gonna just let those guys. I have 24,000. Let's see right now. We've got a bathroom. I guess I've never been in this section. I didn't remember it at all.
Grab that dynamite like a good lad.
So that took a lot of work. This would be a nice secondary place. It says grab the dynamite like a good lad, and it's all under the ground, which I guess he made his way this way. Still kind of questionable how dynamite seems to be way better than even a bazooka.
Lock and load. Always happy to do business with a Vault Hunter.
Right. So theoretically I could gamble the whole time. We may end up doing a lot of that. But let's get out of here. That was not a very well designed level. Just because of all the people in the way and you really weren't doing anything. Alright, so before I go here, let's go deal with this part. There was Henry, the big creature, ate the arms of the hunter, and in his arms we need his hand to unlock a chest. So we need to convince Henry to spawn, which I'm not exactly sure. I guess we have to kill Henry's minions. Let's see if we can find something that will kill him relatively quickly. That's 2. Let's see if we can get some more spawning. We need 2 more. These guys go invisible, so they're slightly painful, but not really. Not too much of a problem. I assume that the ambush classification means that they trying to see if I have a rocket launcher. Nope, apparently not. Not equipped. So Henry is here. This gun's not working well. This gun's not working well. Come on, Henry. Come down here and fight. I guess the idea here is they want me to fight some of these minions. Coming down, Henry. And the music's not very exciting right now, is it? That it's just the regular old sound effects. If we get Henry slide with the corrosive acid enough, it'll be fine. And there he goes. And so we get the arm of Taggart's fist, and we can now open Taggart's box, which conveniently is right there. Just throw that over that way. And it has this special box that we don't see used anywhere else. We get in the mission, and inside of this is the Love Thumper shield. When depleted, melee attacks deal bonus damage. And that, I guess, isn't called raid damage, which, if you were playing as a Berserker style character, that wouldn't make a lot of sense. In fact, it almost makes sense even from my style of gameplay, but not quite. So let's get out of here. Again, not really great reasons to run around and try and grind on these people. I can throw grenades and try and kill some things and get little bits of experience. I'm surprised I've even leveled up once. I must have killed something with a decent amount of health for that to happen. And okay. Running, and there's no way to speed this part up unless there was just a random creature to kill, which makes a good argument for there being rats or really like 1 XP characters that ever run around and are at least one thing to kill on the screen every 5 seconds, just so you can activate that special ability that speeds up your process. And this is a purple shield, but I already have a purple shield. See, you might want to hold on to this and hand it to another character, but you'd have to power level that other character to the rather high level of 18.
Get this out of the way. Yes, most of my merchandise was ripped from the hands of dead adventurers. May it keep you safe in your travels.
It really needs a button. Just press the back button to fill everything. Alright. Next quest we have is the dust. And then the fridge, I suppose. So back to dust. Was that a voiceover saying that congratulations for having twins. Now you have to pick which one you're going to keep. I do believe that's exactly what it just said. Let's take her car. They don't do Ellie very well here, but because she could have introduced a new style of car, and that would have been interesting. There are definitely new styles of cars, or at least a paint job or something that you could have been introduced as her ways.
Every so often. I want you to place them charges on the fireworks they leave around the track. When they set off the fireworks, it'll make for some proper violence.
So, I think I have to go all the way around. So, jump out over here. Why am I placing these? We've got a guy here. He's not even looking. And here's the telescope that's been knocked down. So, fireworks with now a bigger boom.
Hey, what you doing down there? Double checking all the fireworks? That's cool, man. I already done that. Thanks, though.
I'm a little surprised that there's not like a girl on the side of the boxes of fireworks, since that seems to be the advertising strategy of everything in Pandora.
Head up to where the Hodunks got their pyrotech set up. It'll be a great place to watch the destruction.
Got a good vantage point. And it seems like we're gonna get a cutscene.
Kill that pyrotech. No witnesses.
Dang do. What are you doing up here? Come to wish me luck when I set off those fireworks? Man, when those dudes drive by and are all like, "Meow," when I hit the fireworks, and it's like kaboosh, and the ladies are all like, "Yeah, it just never gets
It's like
better than
Scooter
that." Except
talking.
that one time I tied two cats together and used them like a skipping rope, blood and fur everywhere.
This is just Scooter, basically. Kill this guy.
It's
For no reason.
time, Hodunks! 3, 2, 1, Bomb River!
The race is starting. Blow the dynamite once the cars reach him.
Okay, so I assume you can see them.
The cars have just hit the roundabout! I can hardly believe my eyes!
Do I do it now?
The race is starting. Blow the dynamite once the cars reach him.
Shoot race cars. That's one. I guess I could have tried to blow them all up while they were on there. But let's see. Where are the other race cars? Seems like they're taking their sweet time. I don't know if this car is perhaps in the way or what.
Never mess with a Hodunk! You got it, eh? You make me puke!
Like I hear voices.
Stay the hell away from our camp! We're carrying very valuable stuff for Papa Hodunk, and I ain't getting robbed again.
Yeah, so that's just an indicator that happens every time that I don't know what to do here. Let's see. I guess we'll go down the path and see if maybe I was supposed to chase after them. But there really was nothing in the story that told us that we needed to follow in pursuit via a car. It's just, the cars are here. It's just stuck. They were all stuck for really no reason.
Get some revenge for their messed up racetrack.
So that completely glitched out, and it's certainly not fun to play Borderlands 2 on PC and then find little glitches. This is one of those games that I thought would be much more solid and finished product. Something I would have thought things like this shouldn't happen. Let's talk to Ellie.
After this red harvest between the two clans, you're gonna be the last man standing with a fistful of dollars. Yo, Jimbo.
Alright.
So planet-wide echo requesting strong, loyal soldiers who don't ask too many questions. Help the Hodunk family defeat the Zephyr Cusshounds!
So, what's in here? Hey, Echo.
Ellie, sweetheart, when are you gonna come back to Sanctuary? I know you're angry. I'm not going to apologize for what I said, but it's not safe out there. Both of those dumbass families think the other started their clan feud. Neither
Away from the caravan!
thanks to a big misunderstanding regarding a bar tab and a stock car race. Long story. Maybe I'll tell you sometime. The point is, the truce between the Zaffords and the Hodunks can only last so long. Sooner or later, war will break out again, and you do not want to be in the middle of it. Trust me, Sugar. You don't have the Constitution for it. But hey, if you'd prefer to live near a bunch of bandits who want you dead rather than stay with your mother, who God forbid wants you to care about your appearance, that's your decision to make.
So
It's the wrong one. Just come back, honey.
I don't know why most of my guns are not loaded when I switch around. I guess that's the right way to do it. So now we're going to talk to this guy who's missing a leg. And who's this? Tiny? It doesn't say, it just says what does it say actually? It doesn't say anything. He doesn't have a health bar.
Now on you go out and get it with a B now. Pa wants your help waging war on those puke green Zaffords. You're gonna clean out their cash stash for us. We got a dead drop out in the Highlands with all the details. Go get it!
I don't know why this is so low. Why have I mean, I don't feel like I'm too tall. I think they've set it too big. Unless I have somehow shifted in height. It seems like my character model looks fine to me. Alright, so now they want us to go to a dead drop in the Highlands, which would be transfer back to the Highlands, which we could certainly go that way. There also was this exit to Lynchwood area, which I should deal with that too, just because I've never been there. Man, just little things on the ground that are messing up my driving. That was actually an amazing spin, considering that it's not really programmed to let you do any of that stuff. Right. So I'm gonna fast travel to Lynchwood, or not really fast travel. You have this Highlands area where you can fast travel there, or just travel there. I want to see where Lynchwood takes me. So I'm just gonna take it and then come back and see if it adds anything as far as a quest.
Sheriff here. Reminding you once again to invite all your bandit friends to Lynchwood. Really. It'll be a lot easier to take care of you all if you're in the same place.
So this is a whole section of area. Let's see. That's like Cult of the Vault area. I definitely recall running around this area. In fact, I vaguely recall running around an area very similar to this in Borderlands 1, and the two areas were so similar that I confused them. So yeah, there will be reason at some point to come back to Lynchwood, but right now is definitely not that time. So back to the dust to then fast travel to, well, not fast travel, just travel to the Highlands. Yeah, I would pay the penalty of dying if I could fast travel from any point to any of the fast travel stations. I would also pay the penalty of dying if I could fast travel from either a fast travel station or anywhere to just the beginning areas, the edges. So yeah, we are relatively close, not amazingly close, but that will work. And let's see, where am I heading? This direction? See, that grenade just gave me 4 XP. An incredibly small amount of XP. Apparently some moonshot just was shot at Overlook. We're going in here. And I guess we're shooting up the bar. Where's the dead drop? It's apparently up here. Let's listen to this. Hearts, stars, and horseshoes.
The Zafford's got a secret cash stash around here, but we ain't sure where. Their bagman leaves the Zafford bar every so often. Paul wants you to tail him to the stash, then rob the place. But don't get too close to him.
So we're gonna follow the bagman.
I can smell the brimstone.
Steve. Where's Steve? I saw Steve. That's Steve.
Who would worship the fire hawk? You're clearly more godlike.
So we're trying to find the bagman. He says he's somewhere over here. He must be in this door that couldn't be opened before. So you've got this storage facility where I'm getting a little bit of iridium. Just robbing the place blind.
That there's the bagman. Follow him to the cash stash, but don't get too close. Don't get so close, man.
Alright.
Bloody Hodunk's been trying to kill us for years. Kept saying that scooter fella who killed Lucky ain't part of their family anymore. But we know the real truth, don't we, voice in me head? Ha! Good joke, voice in me head. You always know just what to say. Am I being followed? Nah, impossible. Just a few more years of making these trips to the cash stash and maybe Pop will finally love me. I'm a much better son than Lucky. I'm sprightly, I'm more talkative, and I wasn't buried alive in a shallow grave. One of my best qualities, that is. I agree, voice in me head. Nearly to the cash stash now. I can't wait to get inside and not be ambushed. That's my favorite part of these trips, really. Not getting followed and ambushed. Is anybody there? Suppose not.
Didn't need any of that stuff. Is it down here?
Woohoo! Baby, that's the cash! Wax that bagman. Take what they got.
Where's the bagman?
Faith in Bagara, they're after me money.
This guy's not dying easy.
Goodbye.
Let's see.
Paul says you can open all them cash boxes now that you got the bagman's key.
Alright, now we've got the idea here, I imagine, is to open all this and get a ridiculous amount of experience. Oops, that was a gun. I thought this was all going to be cash. Well, I've just equipped the wrong gun. However, I'm at like 28,000 right now. Let's keep an eye on it and see how much more cash this really ends up being. Because I bet it's not too much, if I was to guess. This is the perfect place, I suppose, to open chests and work towards that final goal of 100 more lootable objects to collect and open. But this is also a pain. Like, I really would have liked to see, and particularly in Borderlands 3, I think this could be added very nicely. An incredibly slow and incredibly low powered gun that just has the ability to shoot things and open the open chests and magnetize the items towards you. I think that would be great. And then ideally the best kind of gun like that would be something like a bazooka, where I could just go shoot this bazooka into this pile, it everything it hits opens up and gives all of its money over to me. We're getting tons of money, and that did give me about 10,000, which is definitely more than what you normally would get. Let's see. Let's use this key.
You messed up the Zaffer cash stash, huh? That's great. I hear they're planning something pretty ugly to get back at those hodunks. Thanks for helping me out with this, by the way. My ma always says I wouldn't survive an all-out clan war between these idiots. I guess part of me wanted to prove her wrong.
Yeah, there's kind of nothing else here. Before we do anything, though, let's... just gonna equip the bazooka as an option. Not as my main option, per se, but... what happened to my shotgun? I guess that's what I didn't equip. That was more money, I suppose, than you probably would get from other things. From just getting items. And see, this is gonna have me drop down here and back through to this section, and it just rounds around into this. I don't think this clan war is going to end. It's probably going to end here. I think it is. I don't think we're... it really needs a bar shootout, though. So that's kind of odd that we're not experiencing that. Fast travel location. Let's see, we only have a couple of minutes left, and then we're done. And so I very possibly am not going to have time to actually turn in all the missions, which isn't terrible. Yeah, this is back to the dust. And I don't think I'm turning this in to Ellie. I think I'm turning this in to that guy. I should have deployed 2 cars, actually. Man, just always in the way. Like, had I deployed 2 cars, I could have fast traveled from this car location here back to where Ellie was. Protector Hodunk. Turn this in. I'm telling you about that. Now we have a new shotgun that has less magazine shotgun.
I got another job for you, boyo. Meet with my man out in the dust. He'll give you the details.
So we turn in that mission, and we'll just teleport to this vehicle, go back this way, and let's double check where we're going. It is way over here. So yeah, we have about 4 minutes, and we'll probably go a little bit over just to finish this mission, but then that's kind of it. Like, I don't think we have time to turn things in. I don't think we have time to do anything else. Let's see. So it consumes 3 ammo per shot, and it's a Jacob, so we'll sell that. And boy, are we still very much just playing Borderlands 2. This mission's fine. It's moderately good storytelling, but it certainly doesn't have anything to do with the main story and the main gameplay. Where's the guy? Isn't there? There was a mission. Right here. Steve.
Hello. They killed my boy. The Hodunks sent some hick to track my boy Peter to our cash stash, and then they murdered him like an animal. Never hurt a soul, he didn't. There's only one thing to do. Burn their trailers to the ground. Do it after sundown. I want to see their flaming homes burning against the midnight sky. Get going.
And see, I don't really have time to wait till sundown for that to happen. So I'm just gonna ignore that optional quest and just come over here and do it. The difference between doing it the way they want you to do it and doing it without the optional quests are never really explained. Like, let's see. It says optional mission 3208 XP with 173 gold. So if there is any advantage to doing the optional missions, it's probably just a challenge or something. Like,
get the gas tanks open, then hit them with the fire weapon. This may seem brutal, but the Hodunks started this.
so supposed to charm.
With a fire weapon. Regular bullets will just go.
So we need a fire weapon. This works. That's one. My fire weapon's not working. Okay, we have a special mission weapon apparently we were supposed to be using.
I don't apologize for this. You go to war, you play to win. That means being willing to do what the other side won't. What in the hell's going on out there?
And let's see, we've got another one of these. Take out those guys.
Armaments over here. Stay away unless you want to get blasted.
I believe that was a caravan again. And while this certainly will look cool at night, it's definitely not worth it.
You did well, boyo. Get back to Steve.
So Papa's effort had you set them fools on fire, huh? That's pretty hardcore. If I know the Hodunks, they ain't gonna take this lightly. When they strike back, they're gonna strike back hard.
And at the end here, it seems like Ellie's going to be left all alone, not having to deal with either one of these gangs, because I'm going to be the architect of their destruction. Let's see. We turn this in.
An ex-Hodong killed my son Lucky. We're holding our annual wake for him soon. I'd be proud to have you there.
So now we have a new quest. And it is over here.
His efforts have gone too far. We need a killer, and we need him now!
So I'm gonna do this. I should have done this a while ago. Now I can fast travel a little bit quicker. I think inherently the problem with the dust is it's a little bit of an unfinished area. If there had been buildings with tunnels interconnecting because they were all buried in dust, that would have been great. It's supposed to be also in the same vein as that there was a great freeze and parts of Pandora from the first game are now frozen over. Which, yeah, that makes... that explains the first section of the game, but it doesn't really explain anything else. These guys are still aggroed on me, which will be interesting to see if I can take a mission from people while I'm shooting at people. Guess I can.
The Zaffords burned our homes to the ground. You're gonna crash their annual wake for their dead boy, Lucky. The Zaffords won't let you into the wake if you're sober, though. There's a bar in Sanctuary run by a trader we Hodunks don't talk about. Go there now, get wasted.
Man, you can totally tell how the fabric technology doesn't even matter. Doesn't even matter. His head just clipped through the top of that. So, if we're gonna have to go to Sanctuary anyways, then that puts us in a very good position to end this. So we're going to, I assume, Moxie's bar, going to get drunk, and then we probably have a timer on how long it will take us to get back to the Highlands and crash that wake. And I assume crashing the wake is close to the end, if not the final mission in this chain, sending us back and forth. It's a interesting mission, certainly, but it definitely is oddly placed. If this chain of optional missions had simply taken place during the course of what happened the first time we arrived at Dust, instead of us chasing after Roland and really only being interested in Roland, that would have been better by far. This guy's still dead. There's all kinds of missions to turn in. I have 37,000 gold. So do I want to go another 5 or 10 minutes and just start leveling up, or do we want to turn in all these missions now? Let's just wrap things up, since there is going to be a break. So let's turn in Tannis's mission, whatever it was. I think it was the journals.
You listened to my notes, I assume. I would be upset were it not for the equally privacy-indifferent background check I ran on you before hiring you for this job.
See, and I thought Tannis's face in the first game was certainly a scarred mess. Now it isn't. Maybe I'm thinking of a different character.
I hid the copious material I compiled after opening the vault those 5 long years ago. In a fit of spastic paranoia, I did not write down the locations to the information. Find it for me and be handsomely. Oh, Were you expecting me to say handsomely rewarded?
So she's got a quest of find things around this area. Let's see. One thing I am gonna do is I'm gonna play off screen and just gamble everything I have. Let's see, store this. I have kind of plenty of these. And let's store this. And let's store this. And those can all be sold. And let's turn in the other missions. So we'll have things we can do.
Maybe a load of crap, but hell if it isn't entertaining.
Talk to Scooter. What was Scooter's mission? I can't remember it all. Let's see, he had two. He successfully cut the midget's life a little short. Swallowed whole, that was in the fridge. And unbrainwashed Scooter's main squeeze. Yeah, that neither one of those worked.
Thanks again, man. That catch-a-ride hacking you did is all in the past. I will definitely not kill you, probably. Freaking rats, man. I was this close to finding out what second base feels like. And also what second base is.
So, we've now done a lot of side missions. And yeah, I guess we're gonna be in a really good position to come back and my goal, my hope, is that when I come back here in maybe less than a month's time, because hopefully it would take me less than a month to record a month's worth of footage. This is not the quest that I want to do. I'll have had enough of a break and been a little bit more enthusiastic about this game. Killed Slappy, give his arm back to him.
Scientifically, murdering old Slappy was probably a bad idea. Vengeance-istically, I thank you for your help.
Let's see. This shotgun might be better than what I have. It has more accuracy, but it has a slower fire rate. Alright. And there's echo recorders that I could collect if I had a little bit more time. And let's see. So theoretically I want to find what this is when we come back. I want to do these two. I'll definitely do this one first. This says it's a level 25 tough mission. I think that is a joke, but it could be that it isn't, because it could be that I find the items and then there's a second part of the mission. We've unlocked another skin. I might very well unlock more skins. Let's compare the shotgun to my other shotgun. The fire rate is the problem. I don't know if I want such an incredibly slow shotgun. You know, I'll try it though. You know, honestly, it probably won't matter, because just in the process of gambling with the vast amount of money I have, 38,000 gold, I imagine I'll get a ridiculously large amount of do I need recoil reduction? Not really. And let's take a moment and just see how we are on all of these challenges too. There's quite a bit of them. Wow. This system definitely needs some work. So, Hammerlake's Hunt and Campaign of Carnage might all be things that are DLC. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if that is the case. If all of those are DLC. Then just general enemies. We are making progress to killing everything except for bullymong items being shot through the air, which I could certainly see why that'd be hard. So if I want the achievement that would get that you get for doing level 1 challenges, I would have to grind and go find some bullymongs and shoot their objects out of the air. But everything else is well into the 3s or 4s. Let's see. Shoot things with damage over time effects, shock damage over time effects. A lot of these I wish would just could be hidden. A lot of these certainly have already been done. Kill enemies by power sliding over them in a vehicle. I guess I haven't done that at all. Kill enemies while riding as a passenger, not the gunner of a vehicle. Yeah, I can't even do that, so because that has like a level 1 challenge, and I'll never get that achievement, which is fine. There's tons of achievements. Get second wins by killing an enemy with a damage over time effect. Apparently that hasn't even happened once. Revive a co-op partner. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Seems like I haven't used any transfusion grenades. I haven't used any area of effect grenades. I haven't used any bouncing Betty grenades. And I haven't used enough MRV. It's just a long list here. There's something I haven't even discovered with the rocket launcher. Probably something like meleeing a character when you have the rocket launcher. There's something I haven't discovered with the shotgun. I have no idea what that would be. Let's see. We have win duels, find and eliminate Jimmy Jenkins, which apparently you have to do multiple times. I imagine he's either hidden or very much randomly spawns. There's now we're into specific areas where I could get little bits of badass rank for every quest done if I make a real effort to do those things. There definitely is a problem listing all of this stuff out. It should be probably hidden or announced audio wise, so that you are told, hey, if you do this right now or in the next 5 minutes, you'll get a reward. Yeah, if there was just an interactive system that says kill 10 nomads in the next 10 minutes and I'll give you a bonus from just Mad Moxie or something, that would be kind of crazy. Good. Well, that's going to be it for this recording. We'll be back in after Halloween month, so please stay tuned and watch what probably Dead Space 2. That'll be the first-person shooter game that I believe I'll be playing, which is somewhat similar to Borderlands, and it'll be interesting to play those two games somewhat back-to-back. That's it for this recording, though. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want to friend or follow me on any social media sites like Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Google+, Steam, or Battle.net, all of those links are down below in the description box. And if you want to support me even further, I'm asking people to friend me on Steam and gift me a game off my wishlist, or any game you'd like me to cover, or a gift card. Or if you happen to have a Steam code from a different store, just send that over by Twitter direct message. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.